Hello and welcome back to the Academic Society. It's Toyin here, and today's video is going to be a little different. It's not exactly planned. I haven't thought about what I want to say, but I felt like I needed to speak out loud my thoughts on how I want to teach my classes this fall. I'm unsure about what I want to do, and I thought I'd just kind of ramble and kind of talk it out, and I thought it would be nice to do it on camera so that we can share our thoughts. So I would love to know your thoughts about your classes in the comments below this video. All right, so if you're new here, I'm Toyin. I'm the founder of the Academic Society. I got my PhD in math and landed my dream job as a lecturer at a university. And yeah, today's video is just me thinking about my classes. So first, in the fall, I'm scheduled to teach 4 classes, 2 sections of pre-calculus, 2 sections of applied linear algebra, which are the exact same classes I taught last spring when we had to make the transition from teaching face-to-face to online. So the transition actually was okay, but I think that may have been because I had built up rapport with my students. My students were used to working together, speaking in class, asking questions. So the transition was fine. I had a student comment that it feels just like we're in a face-to-face class. And I love that comment because I really wanted that to happen. I didn't want the transition to feel so strange for my students. Now I'm teaching applied linear algebra, one of the same classes this summer, online but asynchronously. So I was asked with another instructor in my department to pilot an online version of the class. It's asynchronous, meaning the students can consume the material at any time. Nothing is really like on a time like we're all meeting together live at the same time. We do have live question sessions for when the students need to ask questions, but honestly, we have the same few 4 or 5 students that come to those. And so I really don't feel like I got a chance to know any of my students this summer. And so that's what's making me reconsider how I want to do my classes for the fall. So as of now, the plan for my school is to kind of do a hybrid thing where most of the content is online and then meet with the students like half the class one day, half the class another day. I'm hoping that we're just going to do all online because I just don't think it's worth the safety of our health to meet once a week with half of the class when I know I can be effective meeting them live online. I feel that I have proven that in the spring that my students really enjoyed my class, even though we were virtual and doing it remotely. So that's what I hope ends up happening, that we don't have to do this weird hybrid thing that puts us all at risk when we're probably going to eventually have to just be all online in the end. Okay, so I had a student in my summer class who ended up dropping the class just because it was more work than he expected. But he asked to meet with me on Zoom to talk about it, to see if he was making the right decision. And he said he really liked my teaching style. He thought the videos were easy to follow. And so he said he really enjoyed the class. He wanted to let me know that him dropping the class was no reflection on my teaching, which it never really is. However, I did want to use that time to ask him, well, is there anything that we need to improve on? Because we would like to do the same thing with the class in the fall. And he said one of the things he really liked about the transition online was when his teachers taught live. So it will be a live class and the students had a chance to ask questions in real time. And I really liked that part of my class too. I felt like it gave some students who were quiet in class kind of the courage to speak out. I found out there were some comedians in my class, students I really never heard from out loud were speaking in the chat in my live online classes. So I really want to be able to use that in the fall. However, I know maybe students may be working and they may not have a set time. They're not planning to meet with their class at a set time. I'm not sure. It worked out fine for the spring. I recorded each of the live sessions so the students could always go back and watch them. So I'm considering doing live classes again. Something that I didn't do in the spring was implement my group work days. So before we had to transition online, every other week in my linear algebra class, we would have these group work days where I would put the students in groups of 3 or 4, and they would practice some problems and practice speaking the vocabulary of the class out loud to each other and talk. There was like a discussion day, and then at the end there would be a group quiz that they would take together and I would grade. And I really like that, so I'm thinking about using Zoom breakout sessions to do that. I just have to make sure that the students are going to be there. So I think I would like to set the expectation that my classes will be live classes. And if you have to miss them, the video, the recording will be there. However, we will be having these group breakout sessions and group quizzes that you must be there for, just like in a regular face-to-face class. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I would love to know your thoughts on your classes. Like, if you're going to be all online, are you going to do asynchronous? Are you going to do some asynchronous, some live? I will say that with my pre-calculus class, it's a flip class. And so the students had already been watching the lectures asynchronously before class and then coming to class for group work. Well, our in-class is not going to be used for group work anymore. We need to be far apart. So I don't know if there's really a point for that class to meet face-to-face ever, but I'm thinking maybe utilizing the breakout rooms in Zoom may be helpful. They can work together virtually and they can always ask questions of me because I will be there live with them and I can pop in and out of their breakout sessions. I think that may be what I'll do. But anyway, those are just my thoughts on my classes and how I want to run them in the fall. Nothing is concrete. Plans are ever changing, but I just wanted to say some things out loud just to kind of get thoughts on what I want to do. All right, I hope this is in a different video. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you have any thoughts or plans for your classes. If you're new here, consider subscribing. I post new videos every Sunday. Also, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye.